giant's chicken. Millions of years ago, long before cities, roads, or modern humans existed, the Earth was a wild and dangerous place. Thick jungles covered the land, giant insects buzzed in the humid air, and strange creatures ruled the forests. Life was a constant battle for survival. In the middle of this ancient world lived a young prehistoric man named Karo. Karo was strong and brave, but he was still learning how to survive in the brutal wilderness. His tribe lived near a river surrounded by tall trees and rocky cliffs. Every day they hunted, gathered fruits, and protected themselves from the terrifying animals that roamed the land. One early morning, the sun slowly rose above the jungle, painting the sky with orange and red colors. Karo picked up his sharp stone spear and walked away from the tribe's camp. He needed to find food. The tribe had been hungry for days. As he moved quietly through the tall grass, he noticed something strange. The forest was too quiet. Normally birds would be singing and insects buzzing, but now there was only silence. Karo stopped. He felt that something was watching him. Suddenly, the bushes ahead began to shake violently. Karo tightened his grip on the spear. Then, with a loud screech, a massive creature burst out of the jungle. It looked like a chicken, but it was enormous. The creature stood nearly 10 feet tall, with thick, muscular legs, sharp claws, and a long neck covered in rough feathers. Its beak was large and curved like a blade. Its red eyes locked onto Karo with terrifying hunger. This was no ordinary bird. It was a giant prehistoric terror bird, a savage predator that hunted anything it could catch. The monster screamed again and charged. Karo's heart pounded like thunder. He had never seen such a creature before. He knew one thing: if he ran, it would chase him down. So he stood his ground. The giant chicken rushed toward him with powerful steps that shook the ground. Just before it reached him, Karo jumped to the side and thrust his spear forward. The spear struck the creature's shoulder. The beast screamed in rage. Instead of stopping, it became even furious. With a powerful swing of its head, the monster knocked Karo to the ground. His spear flew out of his hands and landed several feet away. The giant bird raised its massive claw. Karo rolled just in time as the claw slammed into the dirt where his head had been. Dust exploded into the air. Karo quickly scrambled to his feet and ran toward the spear. Behind him, he could hear the heavy footsteps of the raging predator. He grabbed the spear and turned around just as the creature lunged at him again. This time, Karo used all his strength. He aimed carefully and drove the sharp stone tip directly into the creature's neck. The giant chicken let out a horrifying scream that echoed across the jungle. The creature staggered backward, flapping its massive wings and kicking wildly. Trees shook as the beast crashed into them. Karo didn't stop. He grabbed a large stone from the ground and struck the monster again and again. Finally, the massive predator collapsed onto the ground with a thunderous crash. The jungle became silent once more. Karo stood there, breathing heavily, covered in dirt and sweat. Slowly, he realized the creature was no longer moving. He had survived. Not only that, he had defeated one of the most terrifying predators of the ancient world. Hours later, Karo returned to the tribe with the story of the giant beast. The tribe members were shocked when they saw the massive feathers and claws he brought back as proof. That night, the tribe celebrated around a roaring fire. They had food again, and Karo had become a hero. But deep in the ancient jungle, many other unknown creatures still waited in the darkness, and the wild world of prehistoric Earth remained as dangerous as ever. Because millions of years ago, survival belonged only to the brave.